Well, we are at Mugshots Grill and Bar on Airport Boulevard. Pat Greenwood and head coach Joey Jones on the Joey Jones Show here on UTV 44. And with the bye week, we've been evaluating, talked about the South Alabama offense just a little while ago. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. And 3 games in, how do you think the D has been?
Well, it's been really good. The first game we started off, first couple drives, didn't know what they were doing and had to adjust to that. But overall, it's been great. Coach Shearer's done a great job with them. We're attacking a lot. We're blitzing a good bit and getting after them, and that's been a great thing for us. And I think our kids really love the system.
Well, and the thing is, too, when we dial up the pressure, and I know you can't do that all the time, but when we dial up the pressure, especially in those big situations, we've been pretty successful.
Really have been, and it's just been a testament to the staff for doing a great job of presenting it to them in a way they learn it, and the kids buying into it.
And the secondary was a concern last year. How has the secondary improved?
Doing good, doing good. I think we hadn't given up too many deep balls, and which has been great. And that's what you want. You want to make sure you keep the lid on the defense and keep them from running over top of you. And if you can do that, then I think you got a chance to be pretty good back there.
Well, that's one of those things, too, like it is with the receivers and the running backs and the quarterbacks and linemen. We've got depth on the defensive side of the ball, too. And to be able to rotate guys in and out, we're not running out of gas in the third quarter.
Yeah, we're not, and that's our whole team. Like you said, our whole team has some depth right now. That makes a big difference in our team. It's helping us win ball games.
But at the same time, there are things to improve on. What do we need to do better defensively?
Well, I think that we can always improve in tackling. We didn't tackle good a couple of weeks ago. I thought we tackled better this week. That was important. I think just for us to be more consistent in our alignments and always be, if we're lined up outside aisle and tackle, that's where we need to be, and just get more consistent. And a lot of that has to do with knowing the defense and be able to adjust what we're calling.
Right, and then of course we've got to be a strong team, and that's where this guy comes in. Justin Schwinn here with us, the strength and conditioning coach. And Justin, you've been with this team from the start. How have you seen these guys grow as, gosh, we've been doing this, 5 years now, right?
No doubt. I mean, from a mental standpoint and from a physical standpoint. Coach Jones, for his whole 5 years, has been preaching leadership, and it's been a development in the offseason and in the end season. Challenging guys, certain guys on the team that he feels that are important parts of the team, and we continue to put them in leadership roles, and from an accountability standpoint, even from a discipline standpoint. If a guy messes up, we let the team handle it because they're the ones that are in the trenches. They're the ones that are grinding, and the guys really respect them, and that's why we've gotten to where we've gotten to.
Well, and your job is pretty difficult because it's not one of those things where you have the cookie cutter routine. Hey, this is what my linemen do, and this is what my running backs do. Everybody has a pretty unique and pretty separate schedule, don't they?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and not only that, but guys have limitations because they might have gotten beat up the week before. So it goes out to my whole staff. I have 5 strength coaches, including me. And everybody has a certain responsibility, and week to week we look at the guys and we see how they are physically, how they are from a recovery standpoint, and that's how we build their workouts, I guess, to tailor to how hard we can push them and not affect them on the field or during practice.
And for you, Coach, when you don't have to worry about the strength and conditioning, that's somebody else's job. You get to do the game plan and overall everything else. I mean, it takes a load off of you, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. And you got to have great people working with you to make things happen in a big organization like we have. And Justin does a great job of heading that up. And I certainly communicate with him about it all, but I don't have to worry about it.
Now, what's your role on game day? I know during the week we know what you do, but game day, what do you do?
I guess I'm the get back coach for one. That's the standard. And then 2, we're responsible for the pregame warm-up routine. People don't see it behind the scenes. We're under the stadium working with every individual player, getting them ready. If it's a simple stretch, or if it's doing some sort of just movement to help warm them up, or whatever we do, they all have their certain coaches they go to for the pregame ritual. I have my certain guys I stretch. They won't let anybody else stretch them.
Right.
And then on the field, we do the raw stretch together. And then we just make sure we organize the sideline for Coach Jones so he's not coming over there yelling saying, get these darn coaches back or get these darn players back.
Now, are you part of the sledgehammer?
I presented to Coach Jones, and he ran with it, the idea, and he went into more details on it. And we just really discussed that's something that someone carries the team, and the kids freaking love it.
Yeah, and what it is, explain it. I mean, the guy that you pick each week gets to carry the sledgehammer, and and it's a big honor.
It really is, and it shows a guy who is, the kind of sledgehammer, kind of the symbolism is a warrior,
right?
Basically a warrior, and they will let them lead our guys out to war. And so it's good. You know, anything to kind of motivate them, it's been a great idea.
Yeah. Now, how did you get into all this?
Well, I played college football, and that was my first experience with a true strength coach, and I really loved it. And I wanted to know more about it. And talking with him, I transferred schools to finish up my undergrad degree. And when I did, I went to the strength coach right then and there, started helping out with football, and then transitioned over to the weight room and continued on that path. Went from there to working with research and volunteered in another college weight room, then to the SEC, worked at Mississippi State as a graduate assistant, and got on with Coach Jones at Birmingham Southern and keep riding his coattails, I guess.
And you got to be a tad bit intense and a tad bit loud, right?
Yes, encouraging though too. I mean,
right,
no
sure.
doubt. I'm not there trying to break kids down and make them feel bad about themselves. It's how much you can do, try to push them to their potential. And if they've never been pushed to that before, I want them to get there. If that means they're going to throw up, that means they're going to sweat a little bit more, or whatever it is, I want them to get to that, because when it comes to the game, when it's a grind, there's all these intangibles that you've never been experienced, and I want to be able to do that in the weight room.
Well, we are definitely a stronger team, and you're a big reason for it. So, Justin, we appreciate the time, and look forward to seeing you on the sidelines, getting everybody back. Right. Well, coming up, we'll take a look around the Sun Belt Conference. Another one of our teams knocked off one of these so-called big boys. Talk about that, and talk about today's schedule when we get back.